Let's go to page 74 and number 26. So this one, you want to find the equation of the line bisects the first quadrant. Okay, so this one goes like this. So if you just choose a random point, that would be x and a y. And so the distance would be perpendicular to the side. So you can call this D2. I'm going to call this D1. So again, definition of the angle bisector is that it will equal distance to the two sides. So from here, you can say, so because equal distance, so your equation would be D1 equal to D2. And your D1, this distance is y, and this distance is x, because horizontal distance and vertical distance. And so y equal to x, and that's your equation. Okay, let's go to number 28. You have 4x minus 3y is equal to 8. And you have another equation. You have 2x plus y equal to 4. And you're looking for the angle bisector of the acute angle. Okay, so first you need to do is go and sketch out the line, so that way you know where the acute angle is. Okay, so let's go and sketch out. Now to sketch out, you need to go and get a point. So if you let x equal to 0, then the y will equal to negative 8 over 3. And if you let y equal to 0, then x will equal to 2. Okay. So let's go and graph this one. So 0, negative 8 over 3. So that's about 2.67, so it's right over here. And then 2, 0. That's right over here. Okay, so you get this black line right over here. And for the red line, you set x equal to 0, then y will equal to 4. If you set y equal to 0, if you set the y equal to 0, then x will equal to 2. Okay, so 0, 4. Right over here, and 2, 0 right over here. Okay, the reason you want to sketch out the graph so you can see where the acute angle is. So here's your acute angle. Okay, so let's go and draw the bisector, the angle bisector. And you choose a random point. Okay. So that's going to call this D1, and I'm going to call this D2. Now, next thing you have to do is figure out if they're positive or negative. Okay, and you can just look at the line. See this, the line. See the point. The point is above the. So you just go straight down. So this is above the red line. So D1 is positive. I'm going to use this. So this is positive, and this is above the black line. So this is also positive. Okay, so both D1 and D2 are positive. So when you write your equation, you can just write down D1 equal to D2, and then from there you can just go ahead and use the use your distance formula. Okay, so D1 is going to be 2x plus y minus 4 over positive square root of 2 squared plus 1 squared. Right? I can use this equation. Now notice minus 4 because you have to move this over. You have to make into a general form. Same thing with this one here. You have to make into a general form. So that way your black equation would be 4x minus 3y minus 8 over negative square root of 4 squared plus 3 squared. Okay, so you can use this one for D2. And if you simplify a little bit, you're going to get 2x plus y minus 4 over square root of 5. And this one will give you 4x minus 3y minus 8 over negative 5. Now, one mistake that people make is cross multiplying and end up the equation is going to get messed up because the number is too big. So what you actually want to do is you want to multiply by common denominator. So you got square root of 5 and negative square root of 5. So go and multiply by, let's go and multiply by 5. Okay, so if multiply by 5, so when you cancel, this will become square root of 5. Okay, so when you do that, you're going to get 2 square root of 5x plus square root of 5y minus 4 square root of 5. Okay, now this one over here, the 5 will cancel out, but it's a negative. So this will equal to negative 4x plus 3y plus 8. And now you're going to move the variable to this side and move the number to this side. Okay, so going plus 4x, so this will cancel out, minus 3y, so this will cancel out. And I'm going to move this to this side, so plus 4 square root of 5, plus 4 square root of 5. Okay. Then the next thing is I'm going to write this, I'm going to put a square root in the front, so I get 2 square root of 5x plus 4x plus square root of 5y minus 3y. So since I have a square root of 5 in the front, I'm going to put a square root of 5 in the front. Okay, you want to be consistent. Then after that, I'm going to factor out the x and put in the back. So factor out the x, put in the back. Same thing over here, factor out the y and put in the back. Okay, so this will be your answer for the acute angle. Now this problem does not ask you for it, but if you have to get the obtuse, then all you have to do is check the conjugate. So for obtuse would be 2 square root of 5 minus 4x plus square root of 5 plus 3y equal to 4 square root of 5 minus 8. Okay, and this would be for obtuse. Angle bisector, and this will be acute angle bisector. Okay, let's go to number 30. Okay, number 30 is same as number 28. Okay, so you have x plus y equal to 2, and you have x plus 2y equal to 3. So again, let's go and sketch it out. So if you let x equal to 0, then y equal to 2. If you let y equal to 0, then x equal to 2. Okay, so 0, 2, and 2, 0. Okay, so this is the black line for the black equation. Do the same thing for the red equation. If you let x equal to 0, then the y will equal to 3 over 2. If you let y equal to 0, then x will equal to 3. Okay. So you got 0, 3 over 2 over here, and you got 3, 0. Okay, so these are two lines. So again, you choose a random point for the angle bisector. So you're looking for this angle bisector over here. So the angle bisector will go through here. So you need to do this. Okay. So this is your D1, and here's your D2. Now this point is above the line, so D1 is positive. But this point is below the line, right? Again, if you just go ahead and do the vertical line test, okay? So again, this point is below the line, so D2 is negative. So in this case, they're opposite. So when you write your equation, you have to do D1 equal to negative D2. So you have to figure if the distance is positive or negative to write your equation. Okay. Whereas if you look at the previous problem, okay, these are both positive. So that's why they are equal. Okay. Okay, so now you go and use your equation. But again, you want to put in the general form. So your general form would be x plus 2y minus 3 equal to 0. And this one, your general form would be x plus y minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, so get your general form. So D1, use that. So you're going to get x plus 2y minus 3 over square root of 1 square plus 2 square. This is equal to, this line over here would be x plus y minus 2 on the bottom. And there's a negative right over here. I'm going to put it down here. Okay, so there's a negative over here. So be careful with your negative. Okay, and this positive is right over here. This positive is positive. This negative is over here. So again, you have to keep track of everything. Okay, now go and simplify. You're going to have x plus 2y minus 3 over square root of 5. And this will equal to x plus y minus 2 over negative square root of 2. Okay, so go ahead. In this case, you just go and cross multiply. So I'm going to do this one first. So I get square root of 5x. So I'm going to multiply this plus square root of 5y minus 2 square root of 5 equal, and cross multiply over here. I get minus square root of 2x minus 2 square root of 2y plus 3 square root of 2. Okay, double check. Okay. Okay, just double check, make sure all the signs are correct. So negative, negative, okay, and positive. Okay. Okay, next, go ahead and, okay, so next thing is go ahead and start to simplify. So plus square root of 2x plus square root of 2x. So this will cancel out. Plus 2 square root of 2y plus 2 square root of 2y. So this will cancel out. And then you plus 2 square root of 5 plus 2 square root of 5. Okay, so from here, again, you can go ahead and write it out. So you got square root of 5x plus square root of 2x plus square root of 5y plus 2 square root of 2y. And this one cancels out, so this will equal to 2 square root of 5 plus 3 square root of 2. Okay, and then again you factor the x and put in the back, and you factor the y and put in the back. And this one would be just that. And that's it. So this would be the angle bisector for the acute. So this would be acute angle bisector. And if you want to do, so that is this one here. So that's the angle bisector for the acute angle. Now if you're going to do the obtuse angle bisector, it would be right over here. Okay, so you can color code for you so you can kind of follow the color. So for that one, you just take the conjugate, so it would be square root of 5 minus square root of 2x plus square root of 5 minus 2 square root of 2y equal to, so you can, so it'd be square root of 5 minus square root of 2x. Just take the conjugate, okay? And this one, now make sure you have everything in the same order if you're going to do the conjugate method. Okay, and so that's it for the obtuse. So this is obtuse angle bisector. And so that's it for number 30. Okay, let's go to number 32. So again, when problem gets complicated, you just have to take your time and walk it through, and you want to avoid careless mistakes. Okay, so number 32, you have 3 points. Point A is at 2, 4. Point B is at negative 1, 2. Point C is at 7, 1. Okay, so go ahead and sketch out the 3 points. Okay, so first point is 2, 4. So 1, 2. So this is point A, is a 2, 4. Point B is a negative 1, 2. So here's your point B, is a negative 1, 2. And point 3 is 7, 1. Okay, so get the 3 points, connect the dots, make into a triangle. Okay, so first thing they ask for is to find the distance from B, the distance of altitude from B to the opposite side. That means you have to extend this, okay, because this is obtuse triangle. So the altitude will be outside the triangle. So here is your altitude, right over here. Okay, so you're looking for this distance right over here. Okay, so to find this distance, what you need to do first, you need to go and get this equation. Okay, so to find this equation, you need to have a slope and you have the point, right? So over here, the slope is going to be equal to 1 minus 4, right? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the slope equal to negative 3 over 5. And after that, I'm going to use the point and the slope to figure out this equation. Okay, I'm going to get rid of these. So I'm going to use the point and the slope to figure out the equation. So use the formula y minus y1 equal to n times x minus x1. Okay. So I get y minus 1 equal to negative 3 over 5 times x minus 7. I use the point and the slope to figure out this equation over here. Okay. So I'm going to multiply everything by 5. Okay, let's go and distribute first, because some of you probably struggle with that. So let's go and distribute. Okay, and after that, go and multiply everything by 5. So you get 5y minus 5 equal to, this cancel out, so you got negative 3x, this cancel out, plus 21. Okay, then after that I'm going to move to this side to make into general form, so plus 3x, minus 21, minus 21. So I get 3x plus 5y minus 26 equal to 0. Okay, so this is the equation of this line right over here. Then after that, to find the distance, I'm going to use the point and the equation, right? So the distance that I need to get would be 3 times parentheses plus 5 times parentheses minus 26 over plus square root of 3 square plus 5 square. And the parentheses, since I'm using the point and the line, I need to use this line and this point over here. So I need to go and put this point in here. So it'll be negative 1 and a 2. So the distance will equal to negative 3 plus 10 minus 26 over square root of 9 plus 25. So the distance will equal to negative 19 over square root of 34. Okay. Now I'm not going to simplify yet. I'm just leave it for now because this is not the final answer. Okay. Now, so the next thing. Now, if you want to, so the answer, so they ask you for, so you have to pay close attention. So you're looking for the length, right? So the length is positive. Okay, so in this case, the length, okay, so the length from here to here, which is the distance by its absolute value. So the length of that, okay, I'm going to call it the height of the triangle. Okay, I'm going to call it h, because you have to figure out the area, right? So the height, so if you look at triangle, so here's your base, and here's your height. Okay, so the height is going to be equal to 19 over square root of 34. And if you want to simplify, that's fine, okay, but you don't have to. So next you have to figure out the area of the triangle. So area of a triangle, okay, you have to find out so here's your triangle. Okay, so you have the height, so all you have to do is find out the base, right? Okay, so look for AC. So the length of AC would be equal to square root of, and use the 2 points, right? So it'd be 7 minus 2 square plus 1 minus 4 square. Okay. So AC will equal to square root of square root of 25 plus square root of 9. Okay. Again, 1 minus 4 is negative 3 squared, give you 9. So AC equal to square root of 34. So that is this length over here. Okay, so that is square root of 34. And this distance over here is 19 over square root of 34. So now to figure out the area of the triangle. So area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So again, it's very lengthy, very complicated, but you just have to do it step by step and work it out. So area equal to 1/2. The base is this over here. The AC is your base. And the height is over here. So 19 over square root of 34. So the area equal to 19 over 2. Okay, because the square root of 34 cancel out. Okay, and that's it. And now if you have to simplify, then you just multiply by square root of 34. So h equal to 19 square root of 34 over 34. Okay. So if you want to simplify, so that's it. If you don't simplify, and that's it. Okay, let's go to number 34. Okay, so number 34, you have a gas line that is 2x plus y equal to 2, and you have a factory at 6,5. So you're looking for the length of altitude, and so you're looking for the the point is at 6,7. So you're looking, so you're going to connect the pipe from the factory to the line. So you're looking for the equation of the connecting line and the length of the pipe. So you can sketch out your information. So sketch this out, you can get your intercept points. So if you set x equal to 0, then y equal to 2. If you set y equal to 0, then x will equal to 1. Okay, so let's get those 2 points. So 0, 2, and 1, 0. So here's your pipeline. And then your factory is at 6, 7. So the factory is at 6, 7. So you're looking for so you try to connect. The reason you want to do perpendicular because that's the shortest distance, right? So you're looking for the length, okay, of that. Okay, so first let's go and figure out the equation of these. Okay, so to figure out the equation, you need to have a slope and the point, right? Point and a slope. So to get that, let's go and get the slope of this one here. So this is 0, 2. And this one is 1, 0. So the slope of this is equal to, so we can figure out this. Well, this one has the equation. So slope, you can use these. Okay, you can do it either way. You can use 0 minus 2 over. So there are 2 ways you can do this. So you can use 0 minus 2 over 1 minus 0. So this will give you slope equal to -2. Or since the equation is given, you can use the slope equal to -a over b. So slope equal to -2 over 1. So slope equal to -2. So you can do it either way. You can use the 2 points, or you can use the coefficient AB. So this one, the slope is -2. So the slope of the perpendicular is equal to negative reciprocal of that, right? So it becomes 1/2. So once you know that slope is 1/2 and the point is over here, you can use the point slope form to find this equation. So you have y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. You got y minus 7 equal to 1/2 times x minus 6. Okay, so go and work it out. So you got y minus 7 equal to 1/2 x minus 3. And multiply everything by 2 to get rid of the fraction. So you got 2y minus 14 equal to x minus 6. So minus x and plus 6. So you get negative x plus 2y minus 8 equal to 0. Now since general form, you cannot have a negative in the beginning, so multiply by -1. So you get x minus 2y plus 8 equal to 0. So here's your equation. Okay, the next part is you're looking for the distance from here to here. Okay, So the distance from here to here, you have to use this point and this equation. So this equation is 2x plus y minus 2 equal to 0, right? In the general form. So to find the distance from here to here, you just use the distance formula. So it'd be 2 times parentheses plus 1 times parentheses minus 2 over square root of 2 squared plus 1 squared. And now the point you're going to put would be this point over here to put in here. So it'd be 6 and 7. So the distance equal to 12 plus 7 minus 2 over square root of 4 plus 1. So the distance equal to 17 over square root of 5. So distance, if you use calculator to calculate out, it gives you 7.603 miles.